Sweet, we are on. Welcome to the Explorer's Guide to Everything live stream, where we play Dungeons & Dragons and Dungeons & Dragons type games. It is Friday night, so of course that means we are playing Space Losers, Lost in Space, currently in the Tofu system. We're going to go ahead and not waste any time tonight. We're going to get right into it. Last we left off, our wonderful Space Losers had received messages from various people and places, were brought up to speed on the current events of the galaxy since they had been lost in the mists of Ravenloft for way longer than anyone had anticipated. Returning in the midst of an intergalactic war with Mert the Merciless missing in action still, and multiple factions vying for control with dubious plots afoot, they decided to start their journey by ending their old chapter and receiving a gift from the recently deceased Winston Ryback, the petty officer chef of the academy that had taken Waffles more or less under his wing and truly forged a good relationship. Receiving a communications call, Waffles was greeted in message by Winston's brother, Humphrey Ryback, a farmer on Tofu Terra, the main planet in the Tofu system, saying that his brother, Winston, had left behind a recipe book, and it was only for the eyes of Waffles. Outside of the Tofu system, the Space Losers enter the outer atmosphere area into deep orbit around a planet that looks earthen in a way. It is called Tofu Terra for a reason. Although scanners, Lilfi, indicate that the land masses don't comprise themselves of any soil at all. It all is made of what your scanner would say is various types of tofus or bean curds that have been condensed. Additionally, a red blinking light starts to pop up on the communications channel. This red blinking light indicates it's coming from security forces of some kind, and it would like you to answer.
Okay.
You say, up there it is.
Well, shit, I gotta fix that ringer. Holy shit. All right, well, real quick before I pick up this call, we are going to be, entering a system that is curd-like in nature, from what I can tell. Specifically bean curd, not milk curd. Does anybody have any problems with that?
A lot of problem with that.
Like an allergy?
Yeah, I guess. I wouldn't want, what if you were walking and you found out that you were allergic to the planet that you were on? We'd have to, leave.
That's a good point.
So
No
I'm assuming
allergies
nobody
here.
has any problems, allergies, contentious beliefs.
It doesn't sound too far from where I'm from and where I'd like to be. So I'm good with it. I think we should land as soon as possible. Oh, and by the way, should we run into any trouble, we need to get out of here. For all I know, these are innocent people, and we might be threatening their very lives by being here.
Oh,
so,
like we did with the birds.
yes, exactly. So
Yeah.
let's just keep that in mind. We tend to bring chaos and murder, no matter where we go. So,
Light
I don't
murder.
understand why you're saying that.
and I think these are innocent people. And, we need to remember, we made some new rules that I think this crew's going to follow well. And I hope everyone is feeling inspired by the speech that I'm giving the last 10 more minutes. And you'll have 11 temporary HP.
Oh, Captain, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
You keep talking, and I'm just going to answer this call that is just getting louder and louder in my ear here.
Yes, go right ahead.
Okay, great. Boop. Hello. Thank you for getting in contact with us. How can I help you?
This is the CLF destroyer class ship, the Big Daddy. I am Captain Darcy. I need your ship's tag sign and insignia number, please. This is a CLF occupied system.
Okay, hold on one moment, please. Boop. Those the guys that we're okay with?
They're
Those
the
are
guys that we're okay with.
Okay, and
yeah.
are we going to give them, a different name for our ship, or, the real name for our ship?
Mert liked the CLF as far as we know.
Okay.
So,
we are okay
we're
with
okay with giving them our
the
loose.
Before
as I know.
before you do that, not to be suspicious, but if you can, figure out any information based on what you have to confirm they are who they say they are, and if they are not, then we give them a fake.
Can I
That's
pull
why you're
up
the captain.
that information that they gave me in our database to ensure that they are who they say they are?
You can roll an investigation check with advantage because with the communication comes their call sign, and their call sign looks very official. You're just unfamiliar with this organization.
I can make a call sign look official too.
Exactly.
All right, so the first.
First one's 17. Go ahead. See if you crit.
No, 17.
Okay, yeah. It's a legitimate destroyer for the Cosmic Liberation Front, which are the liberal side of the fight.
Okay, I would relay that, and we're okay with giving them the insignia. Should we give them either the Laughing Gull or should we give them the loose cannon?
Do both. Say we used to be the Laughing Gull and now we're the loose cannon, or wait,
Sure,
we
okay.
used to be the loose.
The Laughing Gull, and now we're the loose cannon.
Right.
The Laughing Cannon.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
loose
that's
gull.
what
The Laughing Cannon, the Cannon Gull.
That's a future alias.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Be as specific
I'm
as
gonna
you
write it on the
can,
whiteboard.
then we'll just see what happens.
Okay, it's on the whiteboard. All right. Boop. Thank you so much for holding. This is Lilfy here with the Loose Cannon, aka also the Laughing Gull. How can I assist you today?
Purpose of your visit?
Personal?
Business or pleasure?
Yes.
One moment.
Hey, sorry, I cut out a little bit during the intro. My internet was lagging. It's been like a year, right? That we're gone.
We've been gone for a little
We've
while.
been missing for about a year.
Yeah.
Right. It was only like a week for us, but it was like a year.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Just making sure.
You see, Lilfy, an indicator that your ship is being scanned.
Oh, damn, I hate that.
And they
So
pop-
Contraband.
They pop back on. Are you carrying any cargo?
Besides the people on the ship?
No perishable goods of any kind?
They probably perished.
Rations?
As you say rations, do you mean fresh fruits, vegetables, seeds, or otherwise prepared foods?
Hold on, I need to talk to my cook. Boop. Do we have any
No,
of those things?
The answer to that is no.
Okay,
I don't-
boop.
If we answer
The
yes,
answer
to
to that is
respect
no.
our ship, I don't want to be. We do not have any fruits or vegetables.
Roll me a persuasion check, Lilfy.
I don't think we do, because anything we had would probably have expired in the time that we were.
Yeah, that's a good point. I
16.
we do either.
16 is good. Our
I think
scans
we had
indicate
oranges.
decomposing organic material in the bottom of your cargo hold. Looks like some kind of strange ice cream. You might want to mop that up. You're
Oh, thank
clear
you.
to enter. Are you familiar with the laws and regulations of the CLF in this system?
Could you send me a docket, please?
Docket on the way. Please remember, no food enters or exits Tofu Terra without strict permission and inspection. Enjoy your visit.
Oh, wait, before you go, could you send over those rules and liabilities, please?
Boop, boop. It starts downloading a 700 gigabyte document.
We'll get to it. I'm just gonna drag that over into like things to read, and it's got like Chips's contract in there. It's got like the ship manual. It has like a like my grandma's recipe book. It's got like
we'll ask
Mr.
for-
Smee's like memoirs that I have to read. Like
When I was a young boy,
no, not right now. No autoplay.
it has autoplay features. That's funny.
Turn off the autoplay feature.
The destroyer leaves the distance in which it could possibly interfere or scan your ship, leaving you in low to high orbit around Tofu Terra. You're more than welcome to try to contact somebody on the surface or simply land.
Quick question. We were supposed to not bring any food material onto this planet, right?
Seems to be.
I believe so.
Okay.
Should we just inject what we have
Yes.
in the cargo bay?
We need to subtly just poop out all this
Yeah.
all this
It's-
rotten stuff. let's
Oh, let's
try
do it
to.
when we burn into entry.
Yes, perfect. We need to disguise it a little bit. But we're gonna need to launch this stuff because this might seem bad, but we're doing the right thing, and that's our new moves.
Is there
Okay,
a reason?
I write down this may seem bad, but we're doing the right thing on the whiteboard as like the
It's a
inspirational
good note
quote.
for the whiteboard.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
You
because
write it
of,
right
some
above
kind of-
loose gull that's been crossed out.
Are we worried about some kind of cross contamination?
Honestly, I have no idea. Has the docket downloaded yet?
It has. So you could either roll a history check, whoever would like, to see if they know why
got
this might be
+2.
happening. Or if you want to use
only
the
have
docket,
-2.
you can roll an investigation check.
I'll roll a history check.
I'm rolling history as well.
Not going to do it. 14 will do it.
14.
Historically, the planet of Tofu Terra has produced a vast amount of nutritional goods for many parts of the galaxy at large. Putting 2 and 2 together, you're assuming that the CLF, or the Cosmic Liberation Front, is controlling all of the food coming in and out in an attempt to complete their mission, which would be to something similar of like secure food for the rebel fleet in this sector. No food, no army.
I mean, this is just poop, so I'm okay with that.
Oh, so I'm sorry. You said so. Basically, they don't want to provide extra.
They
Supplies?
want to control all the supplies coming in and out so they can ensure that the rebel fleet is fed.
And that's the CFL.
Yeah, the Cosmic Liberation Front.
Yeah, I thought they were not about control.
Well, they have to feed their people.
Yeah. Interesting.
You might find out more when you hit the surface of the planet.
True enough.
What's Winston's brother's name again?
Humphrey.
Humphrey, thank you.
Free.
Right. Well, it looks like we're clear to land. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, let's go ahead and what do we call this maneuver? The poop in the atmosphere.
The poop pile.
The
Let's
poop
swab the
pile.
poop deck.
Pump and dump.
Swab. Yes. We're
Swab the
swabbing.
deck.
Operation Swab the Poop Deck.
Pump and dump.
Pump
Shall...
and dump is also acceptable.
All right, if you want to pump and dump, it's going to be 2 things. Who's in the cargo
No, I
hold?
think we're gonna go with
I'll go in the cargo.
swapping the poop deck.
All right. I can't laugh too hard. It makes me cough.
I made myself cry a little bit with that one.
All right, so
All right, the new game tonight is to make Mike laugh so hard he coughs and has to stop talking in the middle of a sentence.
it's already happened twice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need Ralamir to roll a dexterity check, and I'm gonna need Chips to roll a strength check.
Okay.
Oh shit! I'm not a bard here. I can't give guidance.
That's
Or,
11
anything.
strength
Okay.
check.
Brutal.
Oh,
Yeah, I
balls,
rolled a
couldn't
1.
give
A
guidance.
1. All right.
Oh shit!
This is a new
5.
maneuver to you, Ralamir. You enter into the outer atmosphere and try to turn the ship a hard left so all of the material will slide itself out of the door, it not interfering with anything. You succeed in maneuvering the ship in that direction, yes, but too quickly and with way too much force. Chips gets hit by a bunch of debris and takes 9 points of bludgeoning damage as he pulls the lever and barely hangs on. I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty.
Guidance.
You've got guidance?
I do. I forgot I had
Can
it.
you? Do you have to be able to see me though?
She can pull you up on the video feed.
I would say that since I can connect to you telepathically,
If you're,
that
yeah,
would
telepathic
count. I
can
plus
touch
you
your
do have a
mind.
monitor in front of you. That
This
you
is
can-
gonna be good. It's already a 19, so that probably passes.
Oh yeah, it passes. You have all 4 arms on the edge of the door as you're being sucked out, and then you pull yourself back in like a creepy bug scuttling onto the wall, hitting the lever to
that
pull the
airlock.
door shut. You all see out of the rear view
All
window.
right, buddy. I think there was a wind draft of some kind or something.
All good pilot.
A beautiful trail, a tail off your ship of rainbow luminescent light as the poop ice cream from the accountability birds or whatever the fuck they're called burns up in the atmosphere. It smells vaguely like vanilla. And as you enter into the lower atmosphere, just above the clouds, you now have access, Lilfi, to contact people on the surface. And you do see a blinking light from the Ryback homestead.
That vanilla
Oh,
smell
Ryback
gives me a
homestead?
recipe
Okay.
idea.
The Ryback homestead, yeah.
Okay. Well, I would imagine, Waffles, where are we? Do you need to get into contact with these people or anything to let them know that you're on your way, that you're here?
That seems like a smart idea.
Do you have when messages are left, is it like an automatic, like,
There's a caller. You can
There's a
basically
callback button?
press the button and call their
Okay.
home right now.
did you want to call them on the big screen, or did you want to use like your personal device to give them a ring? I'm only gonna eavesdrop a little bit regardless.
It doesn't matter. We can use the big screen.
Oh, great. I already had it pulled up, ready to go.
As
I mean,
you pull up the big
yeah.
screen and hit the contact button, it's immediately answered by... The screen is almost completely filled up with just the hippo-like face of a very familiar-looking GIF. It's obvious that he and Winston were related. They're very similar in appearance, except as he pulls the camera away, you notice he's wearing overalls and is standing outside. I don't think I was expecting you all so soon. Or ever, really. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I hope you don't mind. I'm in the middle of caring for the animals, but please, you can land anywhere in the fields.
Would you mind
Right.
sending us your coordinates so we can land down?
Yeah, here you go.
Okay, great.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
I don't know. I've never met this guy.
That was very hospitable.
He looks very much like Winston. Hippo.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna beep boop in those little coordinates, and away we go.
I'm honestly not sure if Waffles could tell different hippo people apart.
Many people can't. They're hippo people. They look like hip hop anonymouses. Ralamir, I need you to roll me a charisma check, just for regular landing procedures.
Oh, let's do better this time. An unnatural 20.
Oh, so yeah, not only do you land, but it's like, it's so effortless, like nobody even feels the bump. You have to tell them that you've landed.
Nice. We're down.
Are you sure?
Sure. Feel pretty good about it.
Okay.
Sensors say that we landed, so I guess we're ready to go.
All right, let's disembark.
I'll walk off the ship.
As
Look
you
around.
all walk off the ship, you're greeted by beautiful temperate weather. If you were a farmer, it's always perfect farming weather on Tofu Terra. You notice the tofu cities in the distance, the various tofu dwellings, and a little ways up in the field, a large hippopotamus man caring for his tofu cattle, waving at you like this.
I wave back very
Yeah,
enthusiastically.
way back.
Come on down. The tofu cattle are harmless.
It's always sunny in Tofudelia.
This is fucking weird. I don't know. Everything. Can I touch some stuff? Is it squishy?
Yeah, you can touch everything. It feels weird. Like it's like a food artist made things out of tofu that don't look like tofu.
I'm
So,
a little confused.
Is
Are
it like
these
tofu-based life forms?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's
Bean
funny
curds.
is most of the people, such as GIF, who are generally vegetarians, have no qualms about killing and farming tofu cattle because they're not made of meat.
So are these tofu cattle? They're living creatures that walk around, but they're not. But they're plants.
Exactly.
Like sentient plants.
So they don't have blood and circulatory systems and lungs and all that. They're just bean curd.
So, yeah, that's a good question to ask Winston. I'm sure he'd love to. Winston, he's dead. It's a good question to ask his brother. I'm sure he'll show you the whole slaughter process.
Like, if you took a bite out of one, would it complain?
Do you want to take a bite out of one as you walk up to him?
Well,
you do notice. Roll me a quick perception check.
I don't eat a lot of animals, so I'm a little bit confused by it.
Me too, buddy. Me too. And I just like pat his arm.
Perception, you said?
Yeah.
11.
It's very wet tofu for the tofu cattle. It doesn't look like they're aware of what parts of them are gooping off or gooping in. Some of them kind of, instead of turning around to graze, they like pop their head and their tail in and then pop it out the other side.
Oh my
and
god,
just walk in the other
silken tofu
direction.
versus firm tofu?
Yeah, they don't. The only, like, some horned cattle look like they have firm tofu horns, but they like they fall off sometimes in goops as they're walking. They don't look like they have any idea or semblance of discomfort. If they're sentient,
amazing.
it would be on an extremely basic level.
Do they pollinate or give birth?
It's a good question.
Well, is Humphrey there?
Yeah,
can I
Humphrey
ask him?
notices you all walking up and immediately drops what he's holding and comes up to you, Waffles, and gives you a big hug, whispering quietly in your ear, "You can let it out. I know. I miss him too. It's okay."
Okay, I'll return the embrace, and I'll say, Humphrey, it is an honor to meet you. Winston was a great man.
He spoke very highly of you and your losers, as he referred to them, which was confusing considering how highly he spoke of you, but you know,
I'm confused about some things as well.
yeah, I'm sure we have much to talk about. Come with me. And he sort of leads you to the back of the property where he has like a couple barns. And as you're walking, he just starts talking to you. Waffles, I don't know if you ever knew this, but my brother was going to retire from the military, from the academy. He was going to maybe apply, he was saying, to those new Starliner cruise ships, you know, the Celestial liners, and just try to live the rest of his life that way. But when he met you and your class, it like reinvigorated him. It was the happiest I had seen him in many, many years.
Unfortunately, our timeline is a little bit skewed. We left the academy, I guess, what would be to you about a year ago, but to us it was only a few weeks ago. We got something weird happened. We got pulled into I don't know, we lost time. And when we came back, we heard that so much had happened. The academy falling, Winston passing, many other things that we're still trying to understand and catch up with.
I see. Well, that explains a few things, and unfortunately makes my job here a little bit harder. He looks both ways, like kind of making sure no one's following you guys, and gestures you all to enter the barn. He opens the door, and there's no, for a slaughter barn, there's no gore or sadness or feeling of loss in here. It looks like a tofu factory and smells like bean curd. There is absolutely nothing that would indicate the pain of an animal being killed. It looks like that this is just a tofu processing plant.
Not sure if this word even applies in this universe, but this looks humane.
I'm sure. If you're anything like me, you don't want to put your teeth around anything that used to feel, you know what I mean? These creatures, they, even if you want to call them creatures, they're... let me just show you the grow room. And he takes you to the back and opens up like a plastic sheet, and there are little tiny squares of tofu that look like they've been placed in like nutrient-rich dishes of science, and they're growing slowly, like in square shapes. Yeah, so they start off as a cube. Once they shed their horns, I'll take the cube, I put it in the goo. The goo usually takes 3 to 6 weeks to grow into like a little baby tofu cattle, and then I put it out to pasture. Once it's big enough, I bring it in here, and then all you have to do is add a little bit of salt brine, and their head and their tail go back inside, and there's just a square of bean curd.
Can you run that back again?
Can I ask Humphrey for a sample to grow myself?
Oh, I forgot about Thrykeens. You talk right to the brain. Holy shit. Woof. Scared my hippo heart half to death. He like laughs like all big. What did you want to see from him?
Could I have a sample so that we could grow food on the ship?
Oh, well, you would need the nutrient goo and a couple other techniques, but I would love to give you all the samples you can take. In fact, you can just grab a handful of any of the soft cattle right off their back. They grow it back in like an hour.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I will totally take him up on that.
Strangely, I already knew that because I've already been doing it.
So it grows like shearing a sheep.
Exactly, except like when they reach the end of their life, they just turn into tofu, and I put them in these various jars of liquid for keeping.
So you're saying when it expires, you take the remains and put them into this goo, and they restart?
Yeah, well, they come here and they put their head and their tail in, and they turn into like a big square. And if they had horns first, those horns fall off. I'll take like a square from that horn, repopulate it, and then take the big square of tofu, cut that usually into sixths, and then put them in different flavor vats.
So where do you get the cube to begin with?
Oh, they were here when I bought the farm.
This is a real chicken or the egg question, huh?
Yeah, I try not to ask too many questions. I've been pretty busy with something else. And he clicks a button. The windows have steel fucking like shutters that come down. The door goes with like steel. All these red and blue lights come on the inside, and a panel appears from the floor that has a 3D holographic projection of the planetary system that you're on. He pulls out a small monocle and puts it on. Let me fully introduce myself. I am Captain Ryback of the Liberation Front.
Oh. Okay, so, yeah, sorry about all the tofu questions. I know that's not why we're here.
No, I mean, I am also a tofu farmer. I joined the front reluctantly because, well, unfortunately you have a lot that you need to be caught up on, but I'll tell you why. I had a simple life here until the war began. A simple tofu-based life. And then I lost my brother. And then I lost my son. And then I lost my wife. And then I lost my wallet. Still haven't found it.
That's terrible.
I think the fucking bastards took it. The goddamn Stellar Dominion takes, and they never give anything back. And what are they gonna do to old Mr. Captain Ryback? They're gonna take the only thing he has left in this world, his wallet. He clicks a button, and a picture of his wallet starts like spinning.
So you misplaced your wallet. When you say you lost your wife and son, did you misplace them?
Oh no, they were killed by the Stellar Dominion.
Was the wallet killed or just lost?
Yeah.
He stares into the distance for a minute, listfully. First order of business, anyway, before we get into the nuts and bolts. I have this for you, Waffles. And he pulls out from a little panel a small book. And on the front of this book, handwritten, it says, Recipe Book of Cosmic Delicacies by Petty Officer Winston Ryback. He left this here for you. He said that you would know what it means.
I will take everything he's taught me and put it to use in honoring this book.
I've never looked at the recipes, but I will say that my brother was far more clever than his position and attitude would show the world. If there's anything in this book that doesn't look standard, pay attention. He was also a part of the resistance before the war began. These are the recipes in the book.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, that's so cool.
There's a blank page in the back that has a note written personally for you, Waffles.
Okay.
To Waffles. I'm not sure if you'll ever read this, but if you do, I hope we find our answers in the cosmic nebula of creation. And there's a little picture of him and you cooking food together with like a smiley face sun in the background.
Okay. So, I'm getting the impression this is more than just recipes. Waffles is not getting that impression yet.
Now, with that taken care of, and he sort of like wipes a tear from his eye as he's thinking of his brother, like wipes his foggy monocle on his overalls and puts it back on. To the problem at hand. I'm sure you all were greeted by one of the warships on your way in.
Yes, Big Daddy sent their regards.
Captain Darcy. He's a little bit rough around the edges. We keep trying to tell him that we're the fucking good guys in this, but he has his rules. 7 weeks ago, there was a heist. The Stellar Coalition Dominion not only infiltrated Tofu Terra and the surrounding 2 habitable planets of Pulsion Prime and Sporania, they were able to not only sabotage food production for a certain period of time, but they took all of the rations that have been providing food and security of food to our forces since the beginning of this war. Now supplies are limited. And I have information, and he clicks his button again, and it shows the interior of the planet Pulsion Prime. Information that another heist is being planned as we speak. And he clicks a button, it shows the interior of Sporania 2. Except this time, they're going to leave absolutely nothing and make sure the planet can grow no food ever again. And he presses a button again, and it looks like an old fairy tale type page of a book, like fairy tale book that has a story for children about the Veggie Oracle. Have any of you heard of the Great Veggie Oracle?
No,
Can I roll a history check?
Yeah.
Wait, have any of us heard of the Great Veggie Oracle?
Roll some
Yeah.
history.
Oh,
Oh,
god
yeah,
damn it.
17.
Damn.
Every character I have created
0.
at the beginning of time can never roll higher than a 10 on fucking
Great.
history.
Fucking
0.
Mr. Smee just doesn't eat a lot of vegetables, you know. You're like-
No,
Damn it.
that was me with the 0.
That's funny. You would
Realm.
know.
Got a 19.
Damn.
Yeah.
So on a 17 and a 19, you two would know that the Veggie Oracle throughout galactic history has been purported in stories to be more or less a protector of natural areas that grow food. So groves that would have blueberry fields and things like that in nature. This is the story of a great spirit or godlike being that protects those places.
Just to clarify on a couple things you said, Sporania 2 or Sporania 2 is one of the 3 planets in the Tofu system.
Yeah, there's Sporania, there's Tofu Terra, and then there's Pulsion Prime.
Okay, so Sporania 2.
Sporania
You said
2
no.
is not a planet. I just said the word
I'm
2.
sorry.
That's not your fault.
Oh, I'm sorry. You meant also. Okay. So Tofu what?
Tofu Terra.
Terra. And what was the other
And
one?
that's where we are currently, correct?
The other one is Pulsion Prime.
Pulsion Prime. Okay.
Noticing that most of you, being lost for a year and fresh graduates of the academy in the first place, are looking at him like he's speaking another language, I apologize. I've jumped the gun. let's go back.
Sorry.
Not.
We just don't know the area or the situation.
It's understandable. Let's start with the system that you found yourself in. This is, and he clicks a button and shows this image, which is a stellar map of Pulsion Prime. The first planet nearest us is Pulsion Prime. It is a bioluminescent planet, and the individuals who are native to it, they communicate through musical and bioluminescent signals that they project onto their bodies. It's known around here as a party planet, considering that on Pulsion Prime, the music and dancing never stop. That's how their people communicate.
It's a rave planet. I get it.
This sounds like my kind of place. I feel like I'll fit right in.
The native inhabitants are known as Strobians. They are quite friendly. Pulsion Prime has been providing crystals for ship-making technology for a millennia. And then we have, of course, Sporania. He clicks the button and shows another brochure-like celestial map of planet Sporania. Sporania is not as much of a planet as it is a being in itself. What's the best way to describe this? Let's see. So, do you know what mycelium is?
Yes, sir.
Good. Well, the planet is enveloped in external and internal mycelium. Basically, the planet is made of an advanced and evolved myconid mycelium itself, and inhabited by myconids that are all connected to the greater structure of itself. It is a fully living planet in all senses of the word. Not dangerous, however, there is currently talks between the leadership of Tofu Terra, the CLF and the rebels and myself, and the myconids of Sporania, because we do need to increase our food production as quickly as possible, and their spores can help us do that. However, they do not export or import anything. Those talks are scheduled for a few days from now.
Myconids are the inhabitants.
Yes.
And what are the SDC attempting to steal?
The SDC is attempting to steal, firstly, whatever non-perishable food products we have commissioned and are ready to be deployed to the fleet. In addition, they want to destroy the ability for Tofu Terra to continue to produce foods in propriety and gain control of the system overall. The first part of the plan, according to my intelligence, is the second part of their heist.
I can only assume you're telling us all of this because you're hoping or asking for our help.
You picked up correctly. I don't... How do I put this? My forces here are thin. I'm a captain, yes, but only in title. I do not pilot a ship. I run covert operations from my farm. My job is to look as much as a farmer as possible while keeping my team as informed and equipped as possible for the various missions that I get assigned. My team was killed. They're all gone.
As well. You seem to have lost a lot.
That's what war does, kid.
And in fact, it would seem we were lost to all of you for quite some time.
It was quite the search for a while until the academy was destroyed. Of course, the focus was turned to other matters, but your ship was never forgotten.
So,
Are there any other parts of the Academy or survivors of the Academy that the Liberation Front has contact with?
No contact as of yet. We do know that Merc the Merciless was already missing at the time of destruction, and we assume he's alive and missing still. However, other than a single message from Saren Abithi, the piloting instructor, we've had no confirmation of survivors.
And has anybody been in touch with that instructor since?
Attempts have been made, however, the system that the Academy is in is heavily fortified now by the opposition, so Attempts are sporadic, to say the least. We all hope that he was able to escape.
So, you sent this message about Winston and collecting the inheritance a long time ago,
Yes.
right? And you had no suspicion that we would ever receive it, or if we even existed anymore. And so, us showing up here now is completely unexpected.
It is.
What was your next move? What was your plan?
Well, if you would have not shown up, my plan was to finish this week's harvesting chores, and I was going to carve myself a new pipe. You know, I smoked the other one out, so I need to carve myself a new one. I was going to sit here and wait for them to find me. There are not many options for an individual in my position. If my counterintelligence is ever known by the opposition, there will be no doubt in my mind that a kill squad will assassinate me. And if I have no teams to enact the covert missions that I need to help the rebel fleet, well then, I'm just a simple farmer, aren't I?
True. Hiding in plain sight. But if we, and this is not up to me, but if we were to assist you, we're putting a big target on ourselves, right?
My good man, don't you know? And he clicks a button, and it shows a Celestial Wanted ad with your ship spinning in the middle, and it says, dead or alive, we just need a piece of their metal to prove you destroyed everything. You're the most wanted ship in the galaxy, my friend.
For what?
Oh, we should change our name.
What's the crime?
Not for me to know. It's not
Is that
our
right?
organization that has the wanted ad out for you. It's the opposition.
Do
the
we
SEC.
each have posters?
Do we have wanted posters?
Like us, not you, us.
Yeah, with our
This is
picture.
like-
I want to see my mugshot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It clicks. They're all just the entrance pictures you took when you went into the academy for the
Oh
first day.
no, I had.
They couldn't find any
that
other
hairstyle
photos.
Was not flattering.
we should send them some better pictures.
I probably looked like a literal wild animal at that point.
Yep.
Hmm.
Can I
Yeah.
make an investigation check, DM, to see what kind of information they have on us?
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and what? How much money they're offering for us?
Natural 20 for 25.
Oh.
They have basic information, what they could have recovered from the academy before they destroyed it, and the make and model of your ship, as well as what you're calling it. But that's it.
They don't have lore question. Is there a way of tracking ships based on like a ship's signature, like the
Drive signature.
Yes.
yeah, the energy that they give off and stuff? Okay. And are there ways for us to modify our ship while we're are there ways to modify the ship to change the drive signature, change the appearance of the ship?
Yeah,
We need a hacker.
definitely. You wouldn't be able to
Okay.
do it on Tofu Terra, but there's plenty of ways to do so. And you would also, on a 25, know that if they had your drive signature, they would have been on you like flies on shit as soon as you came into the system. As soon as you were able to
Understood.
hit their scanners at all, they would have known when you left the fucking Ravenloft, because you're still within their scanning range for their larger ships. This whole system is within their scanning range. They know how many
Good to
ships are
know.
here right now. But without your drive signature, they're not going to risk going into an opposition occupied place to grill somebody about your ship matches the description of this ship. They'll end up having a huge battle over what could be nothing.
So there is potentially a way we could find somebody to help us change our drive signature so that we don't get picked up.
But not on
Um,
Tofu Terra.
You
Not
would have
here.
noticed as he was clicking through, Pulsion Prime looks like a very technologically advanced planet.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And is Pulsion Prime where the first heist took place?
Yes.
Okay. And what did they steal from the first heist? Or what did they sabotage during
They stole food and sabotaged the production of navigation crystals.
that? Okay.
And
Gotcha.
who conducted that heist? The CFL?
No, it was the SDC, the Stellar Dominion Coalition. They're the fascists.
SDC. Okay.
I have a question as well. because I took Trickster Cleric, I have the Blessing of the Trickster.
Nice.
Would our ship be considered a willing creature?
No.
Could
That's a
it be?
construct.
If you have a biological ship that like is basically a catfish or something, yes.
Does Sporania have biological ships?
It's made of fungus. You'll have to go there and find out.
Okay, so what's his name? Shit. Who am I talking to? Humphrey?
Yeah.
Um,
I know this is a lot. I'm sorry for dumping it all on all of you. Please.
So maybe putting a target on ourselves is the wrong way to word that. But now knowing there's a price on our heads, seems even more reason not to be spotted. So that makes
Or
it
we
even.
can do things that make our price even higher. I say we put that price as high as we can get it.
Okay, I
I like the cutting
100%
edge.
agree with. Yeah, I agree with this. And secondly, I have a question. If everybody could potentially be on board with it, I don't know how much ships cost anymore with inflation and all of that. However, I was wondering if we were to abandon ship when we receive a new ship and blow up our old ship and send back pieces, could we potentially create
Collect the reward.
collect our bounties?
That seems feasible, but also very risky because I doubt they're gonna leave it at that.
I enjoy that suggestion. Captain Smee has like tofu all over his face. He's been just constantly eating this whole time, and he's eyeing his wanted poster.
I'm like shaking my
And-
head at Captain too because he's just eating it raw. Like I gotta season and saute that. Come on, man.
So flavorless.
And
so soft.
yeah, and he's looking at his wanted the poster and he's thinking, you know, we've got notoriety now, and it's a double-edged sword. You know, we can swing this. You know, I think that we right now try to use this notoriety, take advantage of it, and then when it backfires, you know, we'll just go into hiding, and
We still have to do the right
and that'll
thing.
be our thing, and still do the right thing. That's the
For
most
us.
important thing.
Right, right. Yeah.
I will
Right.
say,
Of course.
Both like a
Us.
solid pirate crew.
Not just for us.
For others.
fair warning,
Well,
friends.
for the academy.
right thing to do is
Mostly for us.
much more complicated in times of war than anyone would like it to be. Please keep that in mind.
Fair enough. So can you go over one more time what it is you're asking us to do?
I'm asking you. I never actually specifically said what I want. I'm asking you to do two things. The first thing I'm asking you to do is infiltrate Pulsion Prime. Make yourselves comfortable with the people and try to uncover any information you can about a possible heist happening there. You're going to want to start on Pulse City. That's it's basically a nightclub city. Every building is just a nightclub. The Strobians are extremely friendly and just learned a few years ago the concept of lying, so they generally will tell you whatever you need to know. You're going to be looking for people who are not native, who are spending too much time in weird places. The second
So,
thing I
if
need.
they're new to lying. They're not good with intuition or insight.
So does that mean that they're going to lie all the time, or they haven't quite mastered the art of deception?
It's shocking to me that none of you guys have been to Pulsion Prime. If you've never danced with a Strobian, it is life-changing. They communicate through bioluminescent and physical dance signals, as well as thumping bass beats that they produce in sacs around their neck and abdomen. If you make them uncomfortable, for instance, it's impossible for them to lie. They will blink a specific color and bop a specific beat.
Oh, so
I'm
they're,
gonna
they
like
just
talking to
can't
these
lie.
people.
Okay.
Good liars. They show their hand. They have giveaways.
Interesting.
You mentioned, Mr. Humphrey, a second thing that you'd like us to do besides infiltrating Pulsion Prime and looking for information about the heist.
This is a last-ditch effort. But I need you all to do one of two, or possibly both things. I need you to find, in the deep wilderness of Tofu Terra here, the Veggie Oracle. It's real. I have intelligence that confirms its existence, and I know for a fact that it is placed here. And he shows you the coordinates on the screen of a place that looks like it's in the middle of fucking nowhere on this planet. I need you to ask a favor of the creature. I need you to let it know that our food production has suffered and that people will starve if we cannot produce more. Their power can release us from the grip that Tofu has here, and we can start growing carrots and shit.
Oh, you want to grow not tofu?
Or more tofu, that's fine too, whatever the Veggie Oracle would accept, but...
More tofu is never fine.
Carrots it is.
You all hear also outside the door, even with all of the things shut as the day goes on. Instead of mooing, they go like, tofu, tofu.
Wow. Okay.
I feel
so,
like this, like I have some deja vu here. Like
Deja
you're
tofu.
asking us to go find. I guess I was trying to make a clever little tofu pun for deja tofu.
Deja tofu.
I don't know. I feel
Deja
like I've
vu.
had this dinner before. I feel like we just did this, but instead of trying to find a vegetable oracle, we had to stop a horrible curse on a planet to allow crops to grow again.
Well, I mean, we still have food production here, but the Veggie Oracle, with a snap of their fingers, can make the heists mean very little.
Okay,
Are
so
you,
you want
you're
to
saying the Veggie Oracle is a galactic being, but it just happens to be on this planet?
Yes. At least that's what my intelligence tells me.
So the core problem is not enough food for...
the rebels?
The Rebel
For
Fleet.
Are you guys technically the rebel fleet
Yes.
then? Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense now.
Okay, but I thought you didn't have a crew or people or anymore or a family.
I
so
don't. The
Who are
fleet
you trying
does.
to feed? Okay. So you
So
need
your
this...
fleet is stretched thin, and you need us to help rally the troops.
Indeed. Additionally, there is talk that on Sporania they're producing a weapon in congruency with the opposition. If you all find yourselves on that fungus planet, any information about the weapon would be appreciated.
The weapon you say?
So the SDC
Your
does
little
not have a
arms
presence
are
here?
freaky. This is an SDC
Oh yeah, I'm
occupied
steepling all
system.
4 of my hands.
I'm
No,
sorry,
no, I know.
CLF. It's a CLF occupied system. This
It's a
Stellar-
it's a CLF occupied system, but you said the SDC did a raid.
Yeah, they did a heist.
Okay, so
And
they
the
so they
SDC
did the
might be
heist.
working on Sporania for to make a weapon.
Yeah, they
So
have
SDC might be here as well, just not publicly.
exactly covert operation style.
So what's more important, getting more food to the ships, to the army, or rooting out SDC?
I mean, we're here on Tofu Terra already. So
Yeah, I
would
get
it-
that. It's just one of them works. One of the options works towards just food. One of the options works towards figuring out how food is getting stolen and possibly finding other infiltrators.
Humphrey, would you like to take a walk while we discuss?
Oh yeah, I do have some more animals to take care of. He pulls up a bucket and fills it with what looks like raw wet beans. Time to feed the girls, and heads out the front door.
can I look around on Humphrey's desk to see if there's any notes that like are written in any other language or like the use can't or something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like secret messages.
Investigate me.
I haven't quite decided yet, crew, but I do want to go to the city that dances.
I'll
got a
patch you with that
6.
investigate.
Do like to.
Oh, thank you.
What'd
The
you
other
get?
thing
An
is-
8?
A 6
Yeah,
I'm helping.
and a 20.
a 6
Dirty 20.
and a dirty 20. There is nothing but farming notes and farming tools. The only thing that would differentiate it is the metal that covers the doors and windows right now, and the small device that's projecting the military information on the floor.
The hologram.
Hologram. Okay, so like no hidden messages or anything.
No.
So this is the home of the family of our good friend, all of our good friend from the academy. So, that's an argument for helping. But just to be that guy also, we don't have any provisions, but they don't have any provisions. So like, I don't know what they can. Like, we need to get something out of this if we're putting ourselves on the line, right?
Yeah,
And
We
maybe
definitely
they'll.
need something. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they'll sign off on us to be able to take food off the planet and like refill our provisions.
It's just
If we help
that
them
feels-
feed their fleet, we can definitely get provisions for our ship. But also, if we're gonna save their fleet, then maybe they can give us some equipment or a lead on
A
some
new
equipment.
ship.
or,
Probably
Yeah,
some-
or improvements for the ship.
or a
Probably
way to
some
change, a way to change
Probably
maybe
some
the
gold as
gold.
well.
change the signature.
Because we just
New
like,
identities.
not to remind everybody about the bad news, but we're all getting hunted down by some bad people.
Yeah. So changing the signature soon would be a good idea.
A guy
being
for
ab-
that, actually.
Being able to change it, or being able to armor or dexterity boost the ship.
Yeah. Maybe we
Being
want to
able
be
to
found, but we
weapon
want to
up
be
the
able to.
ship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let them
Well,
find
that's
us as
on
long as we
Pulsian
can.
Prime.
Yeah,
Take it.
I think we should get a secondary ship and then blow this one up, and then I know some people. So if maybe we are willing to offer them a cut of the bounty, they would be willing to blow up our old ship for us.
Do we want to actively blow it up, or just have it as a backup? And if it happens to get blown up, we cash in on it.
Yeah, we don't need to blow it up right now. Let's keep it around.
Yeah, but we're
it's
Pretty sure we
useful.
could blow it up ourselves.
Yeah,
We don't have any money.
We're broke right now, and we're on Tofu Terra. We could go to the woods to try and find this veggie oracle, save their fleet, get a bunch of food for free, and then head to the dance planet to try and root
So-
out evil, upgrade our ship, and dance.
yeah. Let's get some
So-
food. I
so
want to
that's-
see if they
that's
have
an
any
idea.
tofu fish.
We got to ask Humphrey though. He may be low on crops, but they may have other resources. Funding, whatever the funding and credits here
Yeah.
or something.
Yes.
So maybe if he has credits, we could say, look, we'll try to resolve your food crisis, but if we're gonna go to, as Chip suggested, to Pulsar or whatever, then we're gonna need funding in order to
Pulse City on Pulsion Prime.
Pulsion Prime. Yeah, if we're gonna be able to do that, we're gonna need funding in order to blend in, to buy the supplies and docking and finding lodging, and we're gonna need funding for that mission.
Yeah, and we get 90%. We get 90% of whatever we loot. They get
So
10.
here's my last thought is doing stuff on Tofu Terra gets us a little bit of leverage when we ask Humphrey for stuff to go to Pulsion Prime.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
So let's find this veggie oracle and then cut a hot streak through this galaxy.
Okay. He showed us some coordinates
good
of where
plan.
he thought the oracle was.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we gotta ask Humphrey again. Is this oracle like a living creature, some kind of magical being? Do we summon it somehow? Do we just find it?
Right.
Like,
do we just need to
lumbering
convince
around?
it, or do we need to like?
Do we make an
Uh,
offering of some kind? And what does it want?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna like walk over to like the little bit of like light that's still like. Is it still daytime outside?
Yeah.
Okay, so like a little bit of light that's like coming in through like the barn. That's like hits me like a little sunbeam. Like look like a little kitty cat, like ready to take a nap.
That's
I'm just gonna be
adorable.
like, Beatrice, I hate to do this, but I have a question.
Right on the sunbeam as it touches your shoulder with a popping sound. Pop! A little
Oh
bluebird
damn,
is
you
on your
showed
shoulder.
up.
Yeah. I just got up like an hour ago.
Oh great. I'm sorry. I would not want to
Oh,
interrupt your beauty
It
rest.
smells like beans in here.
Yeah, we're in a bean barn.
A bean barn? Where the hell? Lil Fee, this is why no one wants to be your patron.
Because we're in a bean barn?
Because you're in a bean barn. What can Beatrice do for you?
Okay, I need to know if you know somebody called the Veggie Oracle.
Duh. I know the
Okay,
veggie
well, you don't need to
oracle.
be so sassafras about it, ma'am.
You don't know the veggie oracle? Well, I guess you wouldn't because you're not a god or celestial being like me, Beatrice.
Yeah, I don't have omnipotent knowledge and infinite knowledge.
But the veggie oracle likes riddles, but it's a pretty cool dude.
Okay. Are they can you reach out and be like, "What's up? Are you on this planet? Want to hang?"
Oh, you need a location? I can try. And she squinches her little bluebird, furrows her little bluebird brow, and you hear bluebird tweets and see little lines come out of her head, like bluebird tweet, bluebird tweet, bluebird tweet, and then she opens her eyes back up. Oh yeah, it's here.
Is it at this location, and I wheel around and show her the coordinates?
Yep, couple days travel from here to these coordinates should get you right to the grove.
Do we need to bring anything? Like here's a gift. Thanks for hanging with us.
Do you have any dirt?
I'm sure we can find some.
You're gonna want to bring some fertile soil or some nitrogen pellets or some compost, maybe bat guano.
What of those is the most appropriate as can you help us bless the crops and help double the food for production?
Good dirt probably is the most standard.
Dirt.
I know at the holiday party for us Celestials a couple years back, it got way too wasted on those little nitrogen pellets and was just leaving a mess everywhere. It was crazy.
So no nitrogen pellets. Got it. Okay.
Nitrogen pellets.
Thank you. That was incredibly helpful.
The weather here seems nice, eh? Look at that. She's
it's
preening herself.
Yeah, do you want to go outside instead of being stuck in this bean barn?
Yeah, let's get out.
Okay. I'm going to relay everything that Beatrice said to everybody. We should probably bring some gifts. Could we have a wheelbarrow or something?
Almost seems insulting to give a deity type dirt as an offering.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
I guess. So should we avoid munching on vegetables while we talk to them? Is that you think?
Oh, I didn't think to ask. Should I ask?
I mean, if we're asking for them to help grow food, they know the intent is for us to eat it, right?
Is the soil made
sentient?
of tofu?
Oh, well,
soil?
the sentience of you mean of the oracle, the veggie oracle?
Well, the food, the production.
Food isn't sentient.
Okay, so we're not going to offend anybody if we're eating a carrot.
No, the carrot isn't even the whole. I mean, you're just sort of you could throw what you left over into the dirt and it grows more carrots, so it's fine.
On Tofu Terra, if I scoop up the ground, is it more tofu but grassy tofu?
Yes.
What did the tofu?
It's like the slime mold, the slime squishies.
Okay.
At least at this
texture.
place where you are, you have a few days walk. The landscape might change. This is a tofu cattle farm.
Okay.
I think
But-
We have to walk. Why can't we fly there?
Beatrice would overhear you and be like, "Oh, I wouldn't recommend that at all. They hate starship signatures. They won't come out at all if there's any type of technology anywhere near. Technology and plant deities don't tend to get along."
I think we need to poop in a bucket.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just
There's,
generally poop
there's
wherever
no
I'm
good
flying.
soil here.
It seems an awful lot like Operation Swab the Poop Deck. As good as we were trying to do, it ended up screwing us over pretty massively here because that would have been perfect.
That would have been really great.
We were trying to play
Yeah.
by the rules.
Did anybody ever heal your damage?
It was temporary hit points, so I'm okay.
No, just temporary. Good.
No, from the inspiring speech, we had some temporary hit points.
Oh
Oh
right.
yeah, how many did we get for that? There was 10?
11.
11. Dang,
11.
thank you.
I still have
okay.
leftover.
So, I guess we should. Do you think Humphrey's gonna mind if we just take a wheelbarrow or two, and fill it up with some good soil here?
What about maybe some
Well-
baskets, and I can put it on my back?
Well, let's let Humphrey know we're leaving so that we can stay on his good side.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And just say that, we're looking for some good poop dirt. And, we're going to help him with the deity situation.
Maybe Humphrey has
And,
something for the offering.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a good
Get some
really
gold.
nice.
Get
Yeah.
some gold, maybe. As well.
Okay. Cool.
Humphrey.
Thank you. Thank you, Beatrice.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, so And break.
Yeah, let's go find
She was
Humphrey.
delightfully helpful this time. I think she likes it here.
You all head out the front door, the only entrance that
good to
the
hear.
metal has unlocked, to speak to Humphrey about your plans. And we're going to take 5 so everyone can use the restroom.
Bye, break.
Solid.
Thank you.
continue we shall. And we're back from our bio break. If anybody in the chat plays Dungeons & Dragons, if you're anything like me and have severe ADHD and often forget to eat and use the bathroom, this game does not help with that problem. You will spend hours and hours pretending with your friends and forget to eat and use the bathroom. PSA. We are missing Lilfy for the remainder of the episode. We will fill in what happened with her next week. But for now, as we left off, you guys were exiting the building to speak to Humphrey Ryback, correct?
Yes.
He is finishing up the last of his bean curd feedings, surrounded by his tofu cattle and petting them. They seem like very happy curd bean animals. Did you all have the time you needed and the privacy you required?
We did. I think we came to a consensus that we would like to look for your vegetable deity.
I see.
We're wondering if you had anything that would help us in swaying its mind, offering of such.
Well, the legends, if I remember correctly, foretell of a offering of sustenance. And sustenance for a plant, I guess, would be... I do have some good compost. Right there on the side of the building, you'll find a large bit. I just turned it this morning, so please, take as much as you need.
Do you have something we could transport it in that I can carry?
Oh, yes. In fact, I have a levitation wheelbarrow that you can borrow if you promise to bring it back. It's my last one.
That would do.
Yeah. A levitation wheelbarrow is a wheelbarrow that hovers a few inches off the ground, and then where you would normally push it, and then the wheel still touches the ground, which seems counterintuitive, but that's what it is.
Well, Winston was a dear friend to all of us, and you are his family, so we will see if we can accomplish this.
My heart today is full, and if Winston was still around, I'm sure he would be elated as well. Doing the right thing at all costs was important to my brother, and feeding people was the way he expressed that.
And this seems appropriate.
The grove that you're searching for is a few days' journey from here, and taking a starship or other transport would guarantee that the Oracle would not appear, so I suggest making the whole journey on foot. I did say I would supply you with provisions, so please, if you need anything from the barn, take what you need.
Tofu products?
Yes, in fact, I have shelf-stable tofu bars of many flavors. I have apple cinnamon, I have banana nut, what's this one? This is maple brown sugar.
Do you have any fish?
Well, about a day and a half journey from here is the Great Bean Lake. There is prime fishing there, I hear.
A day and a half?
Yes. It's on the way to the grove.
It's on the way.
Yes.
Say no more.
Do you need a fishing pole?
So the tofu that's shelf ready, it's dried?
Yes.
So then it's bean.
I mean, yes.
Dried bean curd. Not bean.
It has a good mouthfeel. Sort of like, you ever had astronaut ice cream?
I don't like that word, mouthfeel.
Yeah, it's sort of like astronaut ice cream, but then it's like, you're like, oh, I get a hint of tofu. Like, oop, up there's the apple cinnamon.
I'll take some.
What doesn't have a good mouthfeel? Anything made out of tofu.
So you'll find yourself hard-pressed here for anything other than that, my friend.
You'll have to get used to it, Mr. Almir. I'm sorry.
Say we find this deity fast and get to the party planet.
He's an elf. They're very picky.
Yes. Yes,
elves.
indeed.
Milk
We are
and
used to
yeah.
we are used to being paid for our services, so perhaps some gold would be nice.
Apologies.
for us.
And he puts his monocle back on. Apologies. I am used to subterfuge and subtlety. I imagine, Captain, you did not pick up on this. Should you return
Too
in
subtle.
3 days' time, I will outfit you with a proper spy kit as I would any other of my informants and team members and send you on a proper mission. I cannot do so, however, of course, until you've proven your skills and your loyalty. I didn't want to have to say that out loud because it's rude.
Okay, but about that gold. Sure. Spy stuff. That all sounds all well and good.
My spy
Sure,
kits
useful, I
include
guess.
3,000 gold
Oh,
for each of you.
all right. Now we're now we're
You will
getting
get-
off the ground here.
Of course. If you return successful, there's more as well. 3,000 gold just to get you where you need to go. Nothing speaks louder than money in this galaxy, of course. I also have a way to hide your drive.
That would be excellent.
Ooh,
And please understand,
yes.
the compensation is we need to survive as well. And
course.
if we are to take on your additional mission, we're going to need provisions for that.
I have everything
Yeah.
you need, including information on possible weaponry.
We wouldn't dream of taking more than what is reasonable from a friend.
My
Dream
brother
of
had
it.
good taste in character.
From a friend, all right?
Right. From a friend.
All right, let's set up.
Travel safely. I'll see you in 6 days' time.
All right.
You all pack
Get
up.
the wheelbarrow, get the manure or compost.
Yeah, bring some food and all that.
Get some tofu out the barn.
Yeah, some tofu bars.
Plenty of tofu bars.
Plenty.
Provisions for the road. Let's hit it.
You all begin walking as the evening starts to draw on. The sun begins to set, but it's not going to be dark for a little while. The first place that you pass after a few hours walking is the first remnants of the banks of a very large lake or pond, but quite large. And at first glance, the water looks completely normal.
That's how we assume it is.
Is this the fishing lake you
Mhm.
mentioned? Ah, Captain, you're looking for some fish or tofu fish?
Yeah. Let's go fishing. Let's see what's in here. I probably should have asked more specifically what was in here. But well, where's the fun in that?
Some toefish.
I assume I have some fishing gear.
Oh, I can use my artificer abilities to craft
Ooh.
fishing rods.
Okay, you'll
No
have to
problem.
craft them up
Perfect.
some fishing rods.
Yeah,
And
I have magical tinkering, so I imbue a tiny non-magical object with a magical property of my choice. So I'll just make a non-magical item instead.
I will ready a javelin.
Perfect.
Some spear fishing.
Perfect.
Oh, nice.
Sick.
I'll go to a different area than you're fishing because you're clearly trying to do the
Two different kinds of fishing. Yeah.
different kind of fishing. Mine's a little bit more violent.
Yeah.
Yes.
For bigger fish.
Absolutely.
You can get in and
Yeah,
Dive.
I'll wait out a little bit into it and maybe see if I can find a spot where where it's not too deep, but it deepens around me.
I'll give you a piece of elastic so that you can make a Hawaiian sling.
To pull it back.
Yeah, where you can pull it back from your wrist and then launch it forward to spear a fish.
Oh yeah, okay, like on Survivor. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just you can underwater with my other tinkering.
Awesome.
Boom.
Ralamir, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna meditate and watch them fish for a little while and see how that goes.
Fantastic. You take a meditation stance as Chips finishes up the captain's fishing rod. Captain, roll me a d20.
Let's have a grappling hook. That could be a
D20,
really big
yeah.
lure. Or hook, I mean, not lure. What do we use for
Oh,
bait?
no.
Tofu?
Oh my god. What?
Ooh.
Oh no.
A 1.
Natural 1 luck check.
Oh, nice.
After a minute, not
Any
very
chance you have
long
the
at
lucky
all,
feet?
you see the bobber start to bloob. Do you pull up?
Doesn't matter what I do. It's gonna be bad. Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
I'm gonna yank on it.
It feels
I'm
like
gonna try to reel it in.
it feels like the biggest fish. It's a huge catch, and it's starting to reel out as it is attempting to escape you.
Might need some help with this one.
Can I see this?
Everyone can see it. His rod is now bending.
Do I feel like I'm close enough to try to spear whatever he's got hooked?
You could try with disadvantage. It seems like it's deep enough to where you can't really see what the fish is. Mr. Smee, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
N.
A bolt of electricity travels up the fishing line through the pole into your body. You release the pole and take 20 points of damage
Oh,
Holy
shit.
as your clothes
Holy.
smolder and you fall to the soft ground at the banks of the pond.
What the hell was that?
That
Well,
was
that was
very
sh-
Smee like. I yeah, to admit.
Let
that
the
was
eel here?
shocking.
Shocking.
Good one.
Well,
Electric
my
something.
hubris got the better of me this fishing trip.
Chips, roll me a nature
Well
check.
done, Captain.
Well, you found something anyway. You found a big one.
You're,
You guys hear him?
did you say natural 20? Because I'm just reading your lips. You're muted.
Sorry about that. No, I said natural 1.
Natural
Oh.
1.
Oh,
Wow, you guys
Wow.
suck at fishing.
that's we all rolled one so far.
Yeah, you got no clue what the fuck that is. Nothing.
I am just shocked at
You
what's
just
going on. Yeah,
shocked.
I'm gonna throw a first level cure wounds at the captain.
Hey.
You just got struck by lightning from the pond.
Lightning.
That's a weird cloud.
6 HP.
Hey.
The gentle lapping
Thank you.
of the water against the tofu sand can be heard.
Do I see any prey?
Roll a perception check.
20.
Not only do you see prey, but you think you see the thing that just shocked the captain. You see a floating animal, sort of deep underwater, but not so deep now that you can't see it, with a line and a fishing pole trailing behind it.
Okay. Can I try to spear it?
Yes. Roll to attack.
Okay. Is this still at disadvantage now that I can see it, or no?
No, you're at regular or advantage, depending.
All right. Can I go reckless?
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. I'll do that then. I'll go reckless, and so that puts it at advantage. Spear. Where's spear? Attacks. Javelin. There it is. Okay. Sorry, I forget how to do.
No, you're good.
things.
Take your time.
Roll as. What the? Oh, that's the damage. Hold on. Okay, I'm almost there.
It's all good.
I forget roll 20 or
Yeah.
D&D
D&D
Beyond.
Beyond.
There it is. Okay, roll. Oh, kind of rough. 20. Well,
No.
20's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all. That totally hits.
Oh, okay, cool.
By the way, Mr. Waffles, I want it alive.
Well, it's pretty big, right?
From what you can tell, it's big enough to where your javelin is sticking straight out of it into the water above. But you're also noticing that pieces of it are sort of wiggling and swimming off.
Okay. Well, I'm spearing it. So here's the damage. It's gonna be. I'm not raging, so 7.
Okay.
And then that spear, the javelin, is lassoed to my hand, so technically I could get shocked too, I guess. But I'm gonna try to like pull it back.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw as you pull. You notice as you're pulling that the fish is not nearly as heavy as the shadow would indicate.
19 on the con.
It does try to shock you. You're able to withstand it using your thick hands. The skin on the underside of your hands is thicker than a human's, so it is easy for you to sort of brush off the electric shock. Also, the animal is tired. As you pull up what looks like an extra large electric eel made of red bean curds.
Nice. I do act like the lightning or the shock hurt a bit just for the captain's pride.
I'm totally fooled.
Yeah, probably not. I don't think I'm very good at acting, but okay. So we pull up a red
red bean electric
red
eel.
bean electric eel. It's still alive.
Yes, very much so.
Okay. So it's probably still trying to shock me. So I'm gonna like heave it onto the shore.
It starts flopping.
And I'll disconnect the string and say, Captain, it's alive, but
Put it in my Accord Aquarium, hurry!
Oh, okay, all right. You got that open? I'll try to grab it. I'll try to grab it up and jam it in there.
You do so without getting shocked or bitten.
Okay.
It doesn't do anything at first. It looks dead. It's floating in there. Until you start to play a jaunty sea shanty tune. And it perks its eel head up. Its beanish gills open up curdly as it swims to and fro in a beautiful dance. And as it does so, when you hit certain notes, you notice a tingling sensation in your key fingertips. Maybe a tingling sensation. You can add 1d4 lightning damage to your attack rolls that you use with the Accord Aquarium as long as the eel remains alive.
Hell yeah.
You gotta feed this eel.
Mm-hmm.
This is less humane than I anticipated.
I'll drop some tofu in there.
Really
A little less intense than ride the lightning. Feed the eel.
Feed the
Tofu,
eel.
right?
Nice.
Still tofu, right?
Yeah.
It looks like
Yeah,
it.
Tofu everywhere.
Yeah, red bean
Sprinkle
curd.
some in there.
Yeah, so it's not a real eel. It's a tofu eel.
It's a little different than a real eel. It'll be harder to feed.
So I guess I'm okay with that.
It's probably vegetarian also.
Yeah.
It seems
what is-
disappointed that you stopped playing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask too. I thought I asked, but maybe I forgot to. If the tofu cattle graze on the ground, on other tofu grass.
Yeah.
Don't think too hard.
This is just blowing my mind, man.
It's life on a different scale than you imagine.
Yes, it is. Okay. Well, did we want to keep fishing, or are we good with that? Were we looking for actual food, or do you just want that?
This is exactly what I was looking for. But if you want some food, yeah. I mean, you know.
No,
sure
I mean,
it's all tofu, so I
yeah,
don't.
we've already got
the same.
yeah, we've already got tofu, so I don't think
Yeah,
we need to continue with this.
We're
like
good,
a-
but you know, relax, a little R&R. I think we've earned it. You know.
Mike, if I eat some of this tofu that we took from the barn, can I cast a minor illusion on it and convince myself that it's actually good food?
100%. And it just has the
That'll
same
work.
nutritional
That'll work.
stats, but you can make it minor illusion into like a fucking Thanksgiving turkey if you want.
Yeah, I'll make it into look like some Elvish delicacies and enjoy some of it.
Right? Got yourself some lamb bread or whatever the fuck.
Prestidigitate some A1 sauce on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good tofu.
I'm over there. I'm using mending to make sure the wheelbarrow is at tip-top shape. Putting a grease spell onto it. You know, lubricated on the wheel that hasn't touched the ground.
A grease spill.
Radomir, just give me a chance when we get back to the ship and I have my revisions. I'll make something better out of this.
Excellent. Well, you can try. I would give you major credit if you can make it happen.
Well, now that we don't have our colony of Nyogi aboard, since we time skipped, we'll probably need to start growing our tofu colony for emergency rations.
Yeah, probably some greens too. We should grow a few things.
I'm sure
Yeah,
this veggie oracle will be of significant use to not just the fleet but us too.
Yeah. Need fast-growing things. I think bamboo grows quick. I can cook with that.
That would be great.
Right.
High fiber.
Why not?
As the night starts to dawn on y'all, Ralamir, roll me either a survival or a nature check.
It's kind of a funny choice of words. The night dawns on you.
Yeah.
The nature is a 7.
Oh no. All right. Yeah, it seems fine. Everything's fine.
Ooh.
Everything's fine here.
Everything's fine.
That was the conversation anyway.
I'm assuming that Chips is pitching the shelter.
I am.
You're muted.
Sorry about that. I would either be pitching the shelter or like helping get like a fire going for food.
Hell yeah.
I mean, so yeah, being first mate and protective of the captain, I'm probably on the lookout.
First watch is going to be Waffles. Captain, what are you doing at camp as camp is being set up?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. I guess I'm sort of observing the eel. You know, I'm trying to actually make him happy. You know, it might seem inhumane that I'm keeping him in this aquarium that's also an accordion, and it is.
You are giving him the opportunity to see the galaxy.
Yeah, but yes, there's some good with it, and you know, I can be a arbiter of fish, I guess, in this way. So yes, I'm observing it and trying to.
Not all
keep
fish,
it-
just toefish.
Yes, well, yes, for
The
now.
arbiter of
The
fish.
arbiter of fish. It doesn't seem distressed.
Good, yeah. Maybe, you know,
Captain-
putting some tofu crumbles in. And,
To watch
Are you
him
gonna
eat.
just
are
enjoying
you gonna
it,
name
yes.
him?
Yeah, I think I shall. I feel like it's a her. Like I don't actually know.
You
but
can roll a
I'm-
nature check if you want to try to
Yeah.
sex the fish.
Sure.
To sex the
Let's
tofu
see.
fish.
Yeah.
Oh, you're sexing fishes?
Nature. Oh my god. Well, 6.
6. Yeah, you have no idea. It looks like an eel. You remember
Only
vaguely in
terrible
old
hell
nautical
across the board tonight.
mysteries, like even back in your old ship days in Neverland, no one knew where eels came from. So, mystery remains.
And even in reality, we don't know where eels come from.
Nope,
don't
we
know
have
some of
two
the, like,
guesses.
breeding and stuff like that.
It's
So
true.
So male,
It's
female, exist, not
accurate.
exist, spontaneously.
Yeah.
Who knows?
They come from
I'm
holes in
gonna-
the water, right?
I'm gonna name this eel Emily.
Emily.
Emilio.
Emily.
Emily seems to acknowledge
Emily.
its name and like sort of
Emily.
eels itself happily,
Ah.
frills its eel like frill
Yes.
fin.
Yes, I like this. You're going to zap my enemies and be my friend.
Zip zip. It responds with 2 little electrics. So Waffles, you want to take the first watch tonight?
Sure.
As everyone gets comfortable for the night, Ralamir entering into his 4-hour trance state with Lilfi and Waffles taking first watch. That's where we're going to leave it off for this week.
All right.
If you're still in the chat, thank you for watching and thank you for being here. I will be back DMing Call of the Netherdeep tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Like always, you can find us on social medias like TikTok and Instagram and our podcast, which is on Spotify and other Spotify-like places. Have a good rest of your weekend.
All right. Thank you.